Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Beauty Beyond Mirrors. This is different. This is you guys' first time seeing me pop my head out on camera and get beyond the voiceovers, right? So I wanted to start something new. I wanted to pop my head out every so often after a couple of episodes. So my last episode is episode 3. If y'all have not checked that out yet, my latest one was actually on Ciearasworld. She is a singer, songwriter, and producer, actress, and all of that fun stuff. So if y'all haven't already, check that video out. I'm throwing a little plug in there. But outside of that, I wanted to start something new where I get on camera like I'm doing now every few videos or so and do videos that speaks to us loving ourselves, self-love, because that's ultimately what my channel is about here. It's about really truly loving ourselves at the core foundation, loving our uniqueness in every way and being okay with that. So without further ado, I want to jump straight into it. Today, I really wanted to highlight why inner beauty matters and why inner beauty will always outshine outer beauty. Now, if you look at me right now, if you have good eyesight, you would say that I'm a pretty decent, average looking, pretty girl, right? At least that's how I see myself. And that's really all that matters, okay? But the point that I'm making is my outer appearance may be very easy on the eyes, but you guys don't know this. Inside, I could be a freaking wreck. I could be mean. I could be very bitch. I could be all of those horrible things. I could be a person who's self-loathe. I could be a person who is very nasty, both figuratively and otherwise. I could be all these bad things on the inside, but what you guys see on the outer appearance is, okay, well, she looks pretty. She looks nice. So the point that I'm making behind that is, literally, guys, what really counts is what's inside, because no matter how good I look on the outside, if my inside isn't fixed, guess what? Everybody that knows me would eventually walk away from me, because who likes to be around someone who has a bad spirit on the inside, someone who is hateful on the inside, someone who is very controlling on the inside, and blank, blank, blank. And so the reason why beauty, inner beauty, will always win is because, come on, y'all, this outer beauty fades. That's the surest sign that gravity is doing its job. And we can't out-defy gravity. We're all like, come on now, like how I look today, you think I'm gonna look like this 40, 50 years from now? More than likely not, unless I drunk from a fountain of youth and it actually worked. You know, beauty is gonna fade. So it's always best to hone your inner beauty, always, because that's what's gonna shine more even when our looks begin to dim a little. It's life, it's regular, it's gonna happen. Inner beauty actually forms real connection. That's what people fall in love with or out of love with if it's not intact. All of a sudden, you don't look so pretty anymore to them. You know, that stuff is real, guys. I deal with that every day. I have dealt with that more times than I should have in the past with other individuals who I thought was beautiful until I got to know them, and it's like, well, they may be beautiful on the outside, but inside they just need a lot of work. And that's just the reality of it. So you always need to focus on our inner beauty, because that's what's gonna win us over. That's gonna be what sells us to anyone. And this isn't just speaking about romantic relationships. This is just relationships as a whole, platonic relationships, in your career, in health and wellness. There's so many ways that we can show up for ourselves when dealing with our inner self, doing the work, which a lot of us, let's just be honest, we don't like to do. We don't like to do the inner work because the inner work takes too long for most of us. Inner work, true inner work, it takes a long time, and it takes dedication, true dedication. Most of us aren't willing to go that extra mile. So what do? We just compensate or overcompensate by putting on what we think is beauty. We put it on. We put on that dress. We go to the hair salon. We go to the spa. We do a really good job at covering ourselves in beauty on the external, but we don't do a good job covering ourselves on the beauty aspect internally. That's the one that really matters. That's the one that really sells us. That's the one that really gets that friend to really consider you a friend and consider you a good person. Not because of what's on the outside. Nah, it's because when I talk to her or when I talk to him, she really listens to me. She has a kind soul. She's very patient with me. She really gets me. She doesn't condemn me. Notice how I say condemn, because I know a lot of people like to say judge. We all judge. If you are a human and you have all 4 lobes, right? The frontal, the parietal, the temporal, and the occipital, you're going to judge. That's how we formulate answers. So that's another thing I want to kind of clarify. There's a big difference between making a judgment and condemning someone. I think what a lot of people mean to say when they're speaking of someone who was shunning them and trying to shame them, they really mean they're condemning me. And I want to throw out a disclaimer. Anything that I'm telling you guys, you bet your bottom dollar that I have to take the same advice that I'm giving you guys. I'm not a huge fan of coming across videos when people sit in front of a camera like I am, and it can easily come off as if they're barking orders at you, the viewers, and somehow feel like they're on top of the world or they're absolved from these things. No. One thing about me, I'm learning just like y'all learning. I put my shoes on 1 foot at a time. I can't defy gravity. Gravity works the same way for me as it does for you. So we're on this same boat together. I'm just a girl who has lived a lot of life, and I like to take some experiences that I've learned and hopefully help someone that's viewing this. You know, we all can help someone. I can be helped. I'm helped every day. And it doesn't matter the age. I can get helped by a 10-year-old. In fact, that has happened to me before. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So there's more than one way to show up for ourselves, to truly love ourselves, even in the job field. Do you love yourself enough to leave that job that is very toxic and mentally draining? You see, there's more than one way that we can love ourselves, and it has nothing to really do with, I guess, staying in a bad relationship. You know, we could show up for ourselves in so many different ways. But anyways, guys, I don't know how long this video is going to be. This is my first on-camera video with you guys. I do have another channel. It's called Ciearasworld. I'm going to have that somewhere in here. Somewhere, probably around here. I'm gonna have it there, and that's just a channel about me, my life, everything in between. It's totally different from this channel here. This channel is very structured. Again, I like to highlight people who are very unique in their own ways. Superstars, we're all superstars, right? But I cherry pick who I like to highlight on this channel. I like to highlight people who doesn't fit societal norms for whatever the case may be it physical disabilities, mental disabilities, artists, actors, athletes that I feel like maybe didn't get that push like I would like. Those are the people who I highlight. And then at the core of all of that is self-love. I know it sounds so cliche and corny. Oh, self-love, self-love. But guys, that's what this world is lacking. This world is lacking a lot of love. I've even seen a difference in myself with how I show up to with other people. I noticed my patience level. I've noticed a lot of different things in me because I've allowed some of the people in the world to kind of make me change. You know, I have power over myself and how I choose to react to how others treat me. So I will never say that someone made me act this way. That's a cop-out. That's an excuse. I chose to act that way. And yes, they may have had a hand to play in it, but I'm the ultimate decision maker. God gives us all free will, right? So anyways, I say all that to say this channel is really dedicated to loving ourselves, guys. On the serious tip, I'm very goofy. I like to crack jokes. I like to do all of those things, but at the core of this channel, Beauty Beyond Mirrors, I really just want to highlight how much love we need to instill in ourselves. We truly need to have love for ourselves. We're not going to be 100% every day. Nobody is. Not even your favorite. No one is 100%, but if we can just acknowledge that we can use more love for ourselves, and focus more on inner beauty and fixing those cracks in ourselves and getting closer to God and whoever your God is. But as long as that God is of positivity and love, hey, you're good in my book. We just need to get closer to that. We really do, especially in the times that we're living in today, where the people in the world, excuse me, is just very, very cruel. Very cruel and very nitpicky, and anything that's not really pleasant. That's really what the world is right now. So I really want to make this channel a safe space. I want to make this channel an accountability space as well too, because I don't want to just bark out fictitious things. I really just want to be like that friend that's talking to you like sister to sister or sister to brother, because this channel isn't just for women. This channel is for men and women. So anyways, without further ado, I've been babbling on. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My next episode is going to be episode 4, and I did post that in my community post. It's going to be on Dylan Lombard. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I found him on TikTok, but I'm looking forward to doing a voiceover for him in his life, and he is just an awesome superstar. In many ways, the one. I would love to meet him too. He seems so sweet. Anyways, y'all, until next time, peace.